and Amanda's mom and dad. They're going to take off their shoes and they're going to join Amanda. You can go way over here. No shoes on.
I should know better.
I know. So let me just tell you a little bit about Amanda before she gets started. Amanda started off, how old were you?
I was in the 4th grade.
4th grade, and she's in high school now. And she started off just like white belts, just like everybody else. She started off and was coming to class. She worked hard, and when she earned her orange belt, she came to me one day and she said, "Mr. Frost, would it be okay if I came and helped out with the white and gold belts?" I said, "Of course it's okay." So she is literally, and you guys have all seen her in classes, she's been helping out in that capacity since she was an orange belt. And she's very dedicated to her training, very dedicated to helping other people. I think she gets a real kick out of helping people and seeing them succeed. You're probably saying all this in your speech. I just want to kind of frame you as to the way I have seen Amanda is that she's literally was that big when she started. And you can see she got big mom and dad, so she's now way taller than Mr. Frost. And but I've really seen her mature and she's just become a great young lady. And she's very friendly. She'll help anybody with anything. And so you probably had her in your classes, and everybody appreciates the extra effort that somebody like Amanda does. Because not everybody goes the extra mile like that. And she really is the kind of person, I know that she learned from her mom and dad to go the extra mile. It's sort of like a family philosophy that they have. So with that said, I'm going to let Amanda do her speech, and then mom and dad probably have a couple of things they want to say. But I do want to say this one other thing. Today, Amanda and Caleb are earning their black belt. But as I told them at their black belt test, after the 6-week of black belt training and then the black belt test, and when we decided that they, definitely met the requirements of passing, I talked to them about the fact that earning a black belt, that's an achievement for Amanda, but it's really an achievement for the entire family. Because Amanda didn't get here by herself when she was in 4th grade. Mom and dad have been dedicated to getting her here to class 3 times a week for years. And it takes dedication and perseverance. And I know how hard it is. I'm a parent. I know you got to drive your kids all over the place, and sometimes that's just what you got to do. But they've never given up. So I'd say that her achieving black belt is a win for the whole family. And so let's give these guys a big hand. Okay, take it away, Amanda.
To start off, I would like to thank my martial arts instructors for, if it weren't for them, we would not be here today, let's face it. So, they have taught me self-discipline, self-respect, self-defense, and leadership, and I already said respect. Okay. And I would also like to thank my family for driving me to and from martial arts, and for also supporting me. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my fellow peers for encouraging me and supporting me the whole way. Excuse me. To achieve a black belt is to know you can do anything or be anything you want, and knowing that nothing can stand in your way. If someone wants to achieve something, then they have to have commitment, perseverance, and the knowledge to achieve that goal. This black belt symbolizes all the things that I just said and all the hard work that I put into achieving this. Every martial artist should demonstrate and grow in respect, character, and discipline in every aspect of their life. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody for being here today and supporting.
First, mom or dad?
Lewis is going.
Okay. As a parent, the first thing we see in our children, everything that is good. And as a goal as a parent is we want to bring those qualities we see in our children up to the surface and help guide them and give them the skills they need to survive in the world. I believe that the martial arts training that my child has gone through has definitely brought that out to the forefront. She has learned what it means to be a leader, to be a teacher. She's learned what it means to self-sacrifice and to reach a goal. All that comes from the discipline from the martial arts. It's something she learns from her peers, it's something she learns from the parents of the other students here. It's also something she learns from her instructors. It's something she carries with her every day whether here or at school or with her friends. She has grown to someone I've been proud of and will still be proud of for quite a long time. But I'd say that the proudest I was is when she was taking the actual test to become a black belt. And that is an endurance of spirit and physically demanding. And as she was going through this, and during the break, she'd come out exhausted, thirsty, nauseous, sore, at a point where it'd be easy just to say, I give up. How simple would it have been just to walk out that door. As she feels like she's about to collapse, Mr. Frost would go, okay, let's go, and like a shot, she was back in there once more. And that, I think, is an example of integrity. And that's one thing I'm really proud of.
Well, I'm sure you've all seen me here, pushing her in and out the door and being the Sherpa of the family. The water carrier, the chauffeur, etc., etc. But when she was backing off and going, I don't want to go, I push her. And when I was like, I don't want to drive you anymore, she's like, I got the keys, let's go. So it was a combined effort between the two of us and our family. My mother and my sister also participated, picking her up when I couldn't and taking care of her when I couldn't. So, like you said, it's not just the two of us doing it. It was the whole family, and the inspiration and the encouragement that we got from all the parents and her peers. I want to thank you so much for her black belt.
Mom and Dad, you guys dismissed. Man, come over here, take off your belt. Officially, the first belt that I tied on every one of these students is their white belt, and officially, the next belt I tie on is their black belt. But you know, your belts fall off in class all the time, and I tie them back on for you. That doesn't count. This is the next belt that actually counts. Because as Mr. Liu said, a black belt is just a white belt that never quit. And so, I got the honor of tying on Amanda's black belt today. So put your arm straight out, just like you did when you were in white belt. Only it was way down here then. Cheers. Yeah. Congratulations. After class, because we'll probably get some pictures with holding their certificates and everything. So. All right, good job. Time for the Dufresnes. Caleb, come on up here.
Sir.
Mr. Dufresne, Mr. Dufresne. So head on out there. And so I got to talk about Amanda for a minute, so I get to talk about Caleb too. And Caleb got started, the first one in his family, in our school. He got started, Caleb did, and a little while later, Nate started in our little Tiger program. And then Mr. Dufresne, when we used to be over in the Bethel gym, Mr. Dufresne, he would be in the back of the gym. He would be following along the class. The class is up in front. He'd be following along in the back, and I finally told him if he's going to do that, he's got to start paying tuition. I let it go to him. He actually tested in. As you know, Mr. Dufresne is a black belt here at Integrity Martial Arts, and he actually, because he had been practicing so much, and I think it helped Caleb too when Caleb was in his early belts. So he actually tested in at green belt, right? It's green belt.
Yep.
Yeah, tested in at green belt. So he already knew his white. He knew, you know, it's like, why bother? You know, just see where you are and just put you in. And I think it's been really cool for Mr. Dufresne earning his black belt first. And then it's very interesting to me that I see so many characteristics in Caleb that come from his dad. And I mean,
Scary.
yeah.
It's frightening.
He can probably tell me a lot more than I know, right? So,
Yeah.
but it's just interesting because I look at Mr. Dufresne, he's very successful and he works very hard in martial arts. His biggest problem is he has the kind of job where it's hard for him to make class all the time. But he never gives up and he perseveres, the same as Amanda was talking about. And in Caleb was kind of, when he was younger, he would get very frustrated. He still does it to a degree today, but he's really got that under control. He would get very frustrated sparring, or if you couldn't get a form right. I think he is very hard on himself because he expects a lot from himself. That's the kind of person that I think Caleb is. And so he would get frustrated and that, and we'd have to calm him down. It's okay, Caleb, you're okay. But he's just matured so much beyond that in the last several years I've known him. And Caleb started when he was probably in
Kindergarten or first grade.
kindergarten or
actually.
first grade.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the first students of Integrity Martial Arts. And same as Amanda, he just perseveres. He just never gives up. And it doesn't really matter how long it takes you to get to black belt. What matters is that you get there. I mean, it took me 5 years to get to black belt. When other people that started the same time as me, I saw people earn their black belt, adults, earn it in 3 years. And it just took me that long, you know. Maybe I was trying to be too perfect or something. But it took me a while to get to black belt, and I got frustrated along the way too. But that's part of becoming a black belt. They say that every person will have a challenge getting to black belt. Don't know what yours is going to be, but I know what mine was. And it was time. I traveled a lot on my job. Those are all just excuses, though. And you don't let an excuse stand in the way of you achieving a goal. I think Amanda talked about that very eloquently. Is that once you decide you're going to do something, you just do it. I mean, yeah, you're going to have challenges. If you don't have challenges, then you probably did set your goal too low. You probably should have set your goal higher, because if you don't get challenged on the way to your goal, then it probably wasn't a high enough goal. You should probably set it higher and aimed higher so that you did get some challenges. So when the challenges come in your life, just know that that's part of achieving your goal. And when they get there and you get that challenge, like, oh, good. Here, finally, I must have set a good goal because now I got this challenge in front of me. But then you persevere. That's when you test your perseverance. Caleb's done that. He's done that. And from this point forward, earning his black belt, nothing's going to stand in his way for whatever he decides to do in his life, whatever that is. He'll probably be famous somewhere, I'm sure. But anyway, I don't want to take away from your time, but I'd like to start with Caleb, and then you guys can join in. Anything you want to add? Okay, we're good.
First off, I would like to thank my family, friends, instructors, and God for helping and supporting me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without them. Now, I've been trying to achieve this goal for a very long time, and I have set myself a goal to achieve this. I feel that I have been trying my hardest so that I can achieve this goal. Let me tell you, achieving black belt isn't easy. It's a lot of hard work, and there can be many obstructions in your path, but if you never give up and keep trying, you can do it. I feel that I have never given up, and I am trying my hardest so that I can achieve this goal. And another thing, being black belt would help with my confidence. I feel that if I can become black belt, I can do anything else. For example, when I was young, I wanted to be a fireman when I grew up, but when I grew older, those intentions wavered and I wanted to do other things. But not too long ago, I saw the Ben Carson movie, Gifted Hands, and it touched me. It made me want to do something that saved lives when I grew up. And then I remembered my old intentions of becoming a fireman. I feel that if I can become a black belt, it will help me with both the physical and mental preparedness, that ability to never give up, no matter how hard it may be, for the job. And also another thing, you don't have to make the journey alone. You should never be too proud or too shy to ask for help. Without help from my family, friends, instructors, and God, I would not have made it this far. Remember that if you believe, you can achieve and succeed. And also at first, the student creed was just some words I'd say, but it also taught me to demonstrate and grow in respect, character, and discipline so that I can do great things in life. So I would like to thank my instructors for giving me the chance to achieve black belt and helping me to do so. Go, Mom.
I wanted to
say that 2 challenges that Caleb had that he may not have even known he had. One was following up. It's tough for a boy to play the same sport as his father because everyone else sees a nice, high, fast kick, and I see his pivot was 20 degrees off, and his foot position was a little floppy, and so it was a little extra hard for him, especially to keep his confidence when I'm always seeing these little things. I'm like, well, son, you should be a little more like this. You should fix this a little bit. And so I want to say I'm very proud of you for not just doing well in the class, but even kind of meeting the standards that I know I set that were a little high. And everyone who's seen me spar with Caleb knows that I don't take it easy on him. And so he's had that extra hurdle of trying to meet up with the dad standards. And I want to say I'm very, very proud of you for that. The other thing challenge that he's had is being a Vermonter. I've grown up kind of fiercely independent, and it was very hard for me to trust others and to trust the instructors. And I know that when you turn your son over to a coach or to a teacher, you always want to second guess them. And so I want to say I'm very thankful and grateful to the teaching staff here. I trusted my son to you, and you did a fabulous job with him. I'm really pleased and proud and happy and grateful for what you've done. Thank you.
This will be my turn. Caleb started when he was in kindergarten, 1st grade, and he's come a long way since then. I'm not going to hold it together with you, Taddy. I'm sorry. But I remember shortly after he became a gold belt, one of the instructors asked, "Does anyone here know what Jayu is?" And he proudly rose his hand and said, "Yes, a grocery store." He's come a long way since then. Thank you, and thank you. Yeah, you guys have great instructors, and you've really chosen a family school. And I couldn't have been happier that we chose here for my child to get his black belt. And I'm going to stop now and say I'm super proud of you.
Good job. Mom and Dad, you're dismissed. Come over here, take off the belt. I'd like to recognize Caleb for moving to 1st degree black belt. Let's give him a big, big hand. If you know why I'm fumbling, you may not know, but these belts actually have a top, a bottom, and a front and back, and you're supposed to put it on the right way. And so it goes this way. All right. Let's recognize Caleb for earning his 1st degree black belt. Ready? All right. Cheer up. You might notice they have black uniforms on. Black belt is the first level where they're allowed to wear a black uniform. Before that, you notice they wear the white uniform. And so we like to outfit our new black belts with black uniforms so that they kind of sets them apart. And they did a great job today. All of them did. And I look forward to tying on your black belts also. It might take a little longer, maybe you'll do it a little faster, but whatever it takes, it takes. And I'm be proud to tie a black belt on any of you guys, because I think you're great students and you have wonderful families. Let's give all these guys a big, big hand. Yeah, we've gone a bit longer than we ordinarily do. My apologies for that. We had a lot going on today, the Tigers, the black belts and everything, but I appreciate I know your butts are probably sore from sitting on that for so long, but we're about to bow out, and then after we bow out, I would like for you to leave your boards and your certificates where they are, and we're all going to come up here, okay, and then so they can take pictures of the whole group. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Blackfoot, climb up.